The housing market has been a seller's market throughout the pandemic, but is this still the case? The current trends are pointing towards an end to the real estate market conditions that created such a bonanza for sellers. Many issues created high pressure market environments severely skewed in favor of sellers, from sky high home prices, intense competition between buyers, and tactical play from sellers waiting for the right moment to put their homes on sale. I'm Cher Revolinski from eXp Realty. I'm an experienced realtor here in the Denver area, specializing in the southeast metro areas like Parker, Franktown, Elizabeth, Kiowa, Castle Rock, and Highlands Ranch. I love to educate and guide my clients as they navigate their real estate journey. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to get notified of new content. Also, just comment below and we will send you our free seller's guide that will help you prepare for this market. It's worth saying outright, things are changing, and there are things home sellers need to be aware of today that weren't true last year. Here's what they are. Number one, home price growth is returning to pre-pandemic levels. This is not the same as saying home prices are declining. They're not. Prices are still growing and won't begin falling in the foreseeable future. It's the rate at which they're increasing that's changing. All the signs point to a return to pre-pandemic levels of growth. So instead of unprecedented near 20% year increases, we're now seeing the more modest 7 to 8% year-over-year growth, according to Zillow Home Forecast. The number of home sales expected to go through 2022 is 5.46 million, which is 10.8% down from 2021. This means that the waiting game is over for sellers in practice. You might have been thinking about selling your home, but were waiting for home prices to reach their peak to maximize their returns on sale. But the peak has already passed. It is doubtful that we'll see any more of the skyrocketing levels of home price increases anytime soon. So if you're unsure whether you should be putting your home on the market right now, the answer is not to wait. Number two, popular relocation hotspots have the highest home prices. The way local home prices behave is always different from the national average. An area that's extremely popular for home buyers will have different housing market conditions than one home buyers are keen to leave. In many cases, post-pandemic migration patterns, these local conditions have a market effect on home values. If you're in a popular neighborhood, you're in luck. You can command a higher home price even if the overall trend is for slower growth. Redfin calls these migration hotspots and reports that they have the highest inflation rates. If you're not in one of those popular areas, you can still sell at a reasonable price if you know who your potential buyers are. An excellent real estate agent with local knowledge of your area can help you find these buyers. Number three, more affordable areas are in demand. The overall trend among homebuyers right now is downsizing and saving on housing as much as possible. Moving patterns indicate a strong preference for more affordable areas. People are moving from the biggest and most expensive cities to smaller urban and suburban areas. These smaller communities offer good amenities and schooling, but don't cost as much as a traditional vast home. Home sellers need to be aware of this. So this doesn't mean that you won't be able to sell if you're a home seller living in a metropolitan area. There's always movement both ways, and a general pattern away from a city doesn't equal an exodus. You need to market your home to the right buyer. Number four, home buyer competition is still incredibly high. As a seller, you will see headlines like home buyer competition drops to the lowest level in 2 years and think you'll struggle to sell. This is not the case. Homebuyer competition pre-pandemic was already very high, with record numbers of millennial homebuyers entering the housing market in search of their first home. This is a generational trend and it won't go away anytime soon. Indeed, you may not sell your home within days of it going on the market, as was so often the case during the pandemic, but you will still sell within weeks in many places. Number five, your first showing may not result in your first offer. One of the most prominent features of the pre-pandemic era housing market conditions was that many home buyers were willing to waive contingencies to secure a home. There is no evidence that this is the case any longer. As Redfin Deputy Chief Economist Taylor Marr says, buyers are increasingly keeping rather than waiving inspection and appraisal contingencies. That gives them the flexibility to call the deal off if issues arise during the home buying process. Some buyers may call off a deal after finding a cheaper home. Others may be forced to backtrack after a mortgage application falls through. While inconvenient, this isn't uncommon and something you must prepare for by giving yourself more time to sell this year than last year. Number six, an experienced real estate agent is more important than ever. Housing market conditions are a little trickier for home sellers this year than last year. It is even more critical this year than last year to get a real estate agent with solid experience and expertise in selling your type of home in your area. This will maximize your return on the sale and minimize the potential for delays and a deal falling through. So, if you're ready to talk about selling, or if you're just curious about the current market, call or text anytime. I'm Cher Revolinski with eXp Realty, 303-884-2738. And don't forget to comment below to receive our free seller's guide. Talk to you soon.